There are 3 types of communication. Most people know the 2. The first type of communication is known as the art of communication. So if this man comes here and he starts speaking to you, what will make you listen to him? It is how he is speaking to you, which is known as the art. On the art of communication, there is what we call ethos. Ethos, it is a storytelling that makes you be happy, be sad, agree, laugh as he's speaking. Now, that type of the art of communication, if this man has got that art, not only will he use it to speak it to the congregation, but he can also use it anywhere else. In a business, what will make a man or anyone to agree to do business with him? It is that art of communication. Now, that is called art of communication. Number 2, the science of communication. Now, the science of communication, it is when he's speaking, there are evidences, and it is known as the logos. Logos, it is when he speaks with the facts. For example, 2 people have come to me. Papa, I want to start a business. I'll just look at that person. I may not even answer the person. But another person may come and say, I did this research. I found out that there is a problem here. And most people are looking for this product. So after I made a research, I found out that this product is this much in China. If I can sell it here, I can make this profit. Now, that is the science of communication. He is not just speaking, but there is something that can make me say, oh, really? Now, what makes people, after praying, God can open a door for you. But what makes people lose those opportunities? It is communication. People don't know how to communicate, how to speak, how to relate. That's why people lose opportunities. Now, there is the third part, which most people don't know it. The spirituality of communication. The spirituality of communication. What is the spirituality of communication? This is where now you want to communicate with someone, but you go spiritual. Now, Queen Esther, before meeting the king, the Bible says she went into fasting for 3 days. That's the spirituality of communication. The moment she started speaking, everyone was agreeing with what she was saying. That is the spirituality of communication. Before David met the king, Prophet Samuel came and anointed him. That's the spirituality of communication. So when he was speaking, when he was playing the music, anything he was doing, there was a blessing. That's spirituality of communication. Joseph, when he was told the king wants to meet you from the prison, the Bible says he cut his hair. He put on a new robe. He consecrated himself. That's the spirituality of communication. There are places you should never go. There are offices you should never enter before you make a spiritual preparation. So there are people you must never have a discussion with. You cannot be talking about a business before you made a prayer. Because if the art of communication has failed, if the science of communication has failed, then the spirituality of communication will not fail. So they may look at your documents and they say, according to these documents, we don't think you can do it. But then there is a spirituality of communication. Just because of the favor you entered with, they say, but we don't understand why, but we want to work with you. That's the spirituality. Oh my God, I'm trying to talk to somebody here.